when we started doing puppet stuff, we started building puppets in our parents' garage because what we wanted to do. We love puppets. We were fans of Jim Henson. We loved the Muppets. He died in 1990 when we were young, impressionable 13-year-olds, which sort of devastated us. Yeah. But we had an art teacher who understood how much he meant to us. And she said, she remembers when we came to school one day, she said, the Johnson twins look sadder than I've ever seen them. Her name is Miss Brown. She was our art teacher. We actually just reconnected with her just this past year.
Yeah, she was doing a gallery show in Northern California.
What's
that? On Tinder? That's good. Sorry, I stepped on your joke.
That's good. That's a good joke. Yes, actually. No. Yes, and. When we came to school that day after Jim Henson had died, she saw we were just sort of ashen-faced and in shock. And so she set us aside in the corner in the art room and got us working on an art project. And she worked it out with all of our teachers that we wouldn't be going to other classes that day. We're going to stay in the art room and work on stuff. And she said to us, she said, look, sometimes when there's an artist out there or someone who work you respect dies, some of their stardust can fall down on you. And so she pulled us aside and said, let's just work on some kind of work out our feelings and our emotions on an art project. And we started building puppets. That night we went home and built our first sock puppets. We'd put on videos of old Muppet shows and stuff that our parents had taped off of TV and started building puppets. And then from there, we started performing shows wherever we could. We're from the Bay Area in San Leandro. We go to the library or the recreation center and just offer free puppet shows to whoever would take it. Eventually found our way to the San Francisco Bay Area Puppeteers Guild. Believe it or not, there was a club of puppeteers.
It's a club, not an official guild.
Yeah. And then we met people who had worked on Muppet projects. Nightmare Before Christmas was happening at the Bay Area at the time, or had just happened, and met a lot of people in that creative world. And then went to a Puppeteers festival, learned about puppetry and puppet building techniques, and a lot of the skills that we employ today, whether we're building puppets for shows like Kidding on Showtime or Crank Yankers for Comedy Central or Waffles Mochi on Netflix, all of those skills that we are incorporating right now into our puppetry started from that initiation, that kickoff with our art teacher who inspired us to move and explore our art.
So if Jim Henson hadn't died,
we would be making more money at DreamWorks.
Yeah. So we were always interested in cinema and filmmaking. Like we loved matte paintings and behind the scenes stuff and animation.
Yeah,
but it wasn't Muppet specific until that event.
And one thing, I would say is when we were growing up in the Bay Area, it was really a hotbed of creativity. So Industrial Light and Magic. Now it's a big office complex with a bunch of computers. But back then it was a small place that you go in and peek through the window and see the Millennium Falcon and Jabba the Hutt in the creature shop. Nightmare Before Christmas was made in San Francisco. We got to tour the sets of James and the Giant Peach, which was also made in San Francisco in an old warehouse building.
Wait, so when you talked to Mrs. Brown, did you tell her, Ms. Brown, that she was the moment that set your...
Yes.
How'd she take that? I mean, it's got to be a huge moment for a teacher.
It was, yeah. She was very happy to hear that. She actually now, part of what she does as a teacher is do college prep and helps get kids ready to create portfolios and stuff so they can go to art schools and things like that. So she was very happy and she's been in touch with some of her past students. One of her students is a big person over at Pixar and has done a lot of work in, I think, directing and animation in that studio. So, it was very nice for her to know that we're out in the world and doing stuff. And teachers make a difference.
Yep.
Education makes a difference. Yep. Teachers make a difference. Self-starting is one thing also too, but also having the right people at the right time to push you in the right direction, and then also be willing to kind of follow those green lights and see where the river takes you.
But that's about breaking into the industry. I think that's the biggest tip.
Yeah. There is no break-in. It's how you do it. Everyone does it differently.
It's easy. But it is all about those free things that you project that you work on for a friend, and then
and by the way, grows. And by the way, it's the people you meet.
And the industry works in that way.
Right.
It's all about the connections. Like we always say, like we worked on a show, Kidding, for Showtime.
Yeah,
but
I want to talk about
starring
that.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, Jim Carrey, Michelle Gondry, incredible cast, incredible production. One of the largest projects we've worked on. It all shot at the Sony lot. But we say we worked on Kidding. But we didn't work on Kidding. We worked with that director, that actor, that production designer, that editor, that sound mixer. We worked with that grip. We worked with that prop master. We worked with the choreographer.
Yeah, because the shows come and go.
Yeah,
and then the people scatter to the wind. And then if you've had a good relationship with those people, suddenly, a one project can be 500 contents.
Yeah, because, for example, Mandy Moore, who is the choreographer, Mandy Moore, who did La La Land, was also a choreographer for an episode of Kidding. And so She was great. I got to tell her how much I love La La Land.
Oh, I just worked with her.
Oh yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
we worked with Dancing with the Stars.
I saw that on your Instagram.
Yeah.
Social media.
So she's amazing. And she had been contacted to do, while we were on Kidding, she had been contacted to do work for a Disney production of Little Mermaid Live that was going to be shot at the Disney studio. And she's like, well, okay, I don't know if I have time for this. And they said, and there's a bunch of puppets as well. Well, she said, well, I can recommend someone, blah, blah, blah. So we came to that production via her recommendation. We didn't work on Kidding thinking we were going to meet a choreographer who was then know our name to recommend us for another production. But that's you working with the people. It's the people that matter. It's being with the people that matter. How you're with the people matters. You know, showing up, bringing your best.